Chapter 1, A Letter to God, from the textbook First Flight, written by G.L. Fuentes. It is a very simple story written in a very simple language by the writer. The protagonist of the story is Lencho. Theme of the story is extreme belief or faith in God. Setting is a small valley, and the characters are Lencho, postmaster, and post office employee. I am going to explain this chapter in 3 parts. Let's move on to the first part. The first part deals with the description of Lencho and his house and also his hope of getting a good harvest after a rainfall. Lencho was a poor farmer who lived in a house with his family. His house was located on a crest. Crest means top of the hill. His house was the only house in the entire valley from where one could see a river and field of corn crop, and that field belonged to Lencho. His field was ready with ripe corn, and what was required for a good harvest? A good rainfall, or at least a shower. One morning, Lencho was just looking up in the sky with the hope of getting a good rainfall. And he told this thing to his wife that very surely and very soon they were going to get a good rain. While having dinner, it started raining in the form of big and small droplets. Lencho was very happy to see the rainfall. He was so excited that he went out to experience that sweet, pleasant smell of rain, and he also wanted to experience raindrops on his body. In fact, in his excitement and overwhelming joy, he compared large droplets of rain to 10 cents and small droplets of rain to 5 cents. That means he was comparing bigger raindrops to bigger coins and smaller raindrops to small coins. But suddenly everything changed. Strong wind started blowing that led to a hailstorm with the falling of very large hailstones. Hailstones are ice pellets, just like frozen droplets of ice. And hailstones looked like new silver coins. The writer has used frozen pearls. Frozen pearls refer to hailstones only. And the boys became so playful, they were also so excited that they ran out to collect those frozen pearls. But Lencho became very worried and hoped the storm to get over quickly. He was very disappointed to see that it continued for an hour and covered the entire valley, including the house, garden, cornfield, everything with the hailstones. And eventually, what happened? The hailstorm destroyed all his crop. While standing in his field, he conveyed his dismay to his sons by commenting that the effect of the storm proved to be worse than that of crop destroyed by insects. Locust means insects which may harm the crops. All their hard work had gone in vain. He felt so helpless as no corn had been left, and he feared that they might have to starve or stay hungry that year. Let's begin part 2. Second part deals with Lencho's firm faith in God. Even after losing everything, means everything had gone wrong, but the family had lot of faith in Almighty God. They gave each other support, and Lencho and his family members were very hopeful of getting help from God because they believed in a saying, no one ever dies of hunger. Lencho spent his entire night thinking of the only option of seeking help from God, who knows everything, who knows everybody's situation, who knows about what's going inside the mind or inside the heart of the man. Now, Lencho has been referred as ox of a man by the writer in the story. He was an ox of a man. Ox of a man is referred to a person who is very hardworking. And who is shown hardworking in the story? Lencho. Though he worked hard like an animal, he still knew how to write. So he decided to write a letter to God. Now here the title is Justified. The title of the story is A Letter to God. Now here when he decided to write a letter to God, the title is Justified. And what was the purpose of writing a letter to God? The purpose was to seek help from God in that difficult situation. Now, Lencho decided to write a letter to God on Sunday morning at daybreak. Daybreak means when the daylight first appears in the morning. In his letter to God, he wrote about his poverty stricken situation and how his crop was destroyed due to the hailstorm. He also mentioned that he needed 100 pesos to regenerate the crops. On, on the envelope, he wrote, "To God." Then he went to the post office and placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it in the mailbox. These lines reflect the traits of Lencho's character, that he was an honest man because he asked only for 100 pesos. Otherwise, he would have asked for more money. But he only demanded 100 pesos, which was the amount required to regenerate his crops. So that shows that he was an honest man. Secondly, he was an innocent man because he had a firm faith in God. That's why he was writing a letter to God. He wrote a letter to God. And third point is, he was an innocent man, he was an honest man, he was a strong believer of God. Now, after dropping his letter into the mailbox, Lencho went away. But a postman who was also an employee at the post office, he noticed Lencho's letter and showed it to the postmaster. They both felt amused, but the postmaster, who was an amiable person, a friendly person, he immediately developed a sense of seriousness because he was surprised, he was astonished to see Lencho's firm faith in God. So, with good intentions, the postmaster read the letter and thought of replying it so as to keep Lencho's or the writer's belief. But the writer expected the reply in a different way that could not be fulfilled with pen paper because he had demanded 100 pesos. Now, in order to help Lencho, postmaster along with his colleagues who were willing to donate for a good cause or charity, they collected some amount to help Lencho. Despite his best efforts, it was not possible for the postmaster to collect 100 pesos. So, he was able to collect 70 pesos. Then he put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho along with a letter which was undersigned as God. That means he wrote a letter to Lencho on behalf of God. These are some words with their meaning. Moving on to the last part. This part deals with Lencho's anger and his reply to God. Next Sunday, Lencho came looking for the reply a bit earlier than expected. The postman handed him the letter, waiting to see him joyful and surprised, while the postmaster, feeling satisfied, oversaw it from his office. On the contrary, the farmer, means Lencho, got disheartened on seeing that the money was less than what he asked for. His faith is still undeterred and he believed that God cannot make such a mistake. On being disappointed, he started looking for ink and paper to write to God again. And while writing, his eyebrows got curled out. On completing his letter, he affixed it with a stamp. And as soon as he dropped it into the mailbox, the postmaster took it out to read it. Actually, Lencho wrote a letter to God with a complaint. He wrote a complaint against post office employees. He wrote that he had only received 70 pesos and he was really in need of the remaining amount because he asked for 100 pesos. He doubted the honesty of the post office employees. In fact, in his letter, he suggested God that money should not be sent via post because, according to him, the post office employees must have stolen the missing amount, and he also called them a bunch of crooks. And here the story ends. In the last part of the story, or in the end of the story, there is the irony. The irony is that the people who helped Lencho, the post office employees who contributed a part of their salary, who collected the amount and helped Lencho with a good intention, right? In that difficult situation, they were actually blamed as bunch of crooks. They were blamed for stealing his money. So this is the irony in the story. And there are some words with their meaning.